Good morning, everybody. This is Sally. I'm filling in for Janine today, and happy to do so. I had some thoughts I wanted to share with you in this wonderful new format. You might also know me as Cabernetqueen. I had RNY gastric bypass, it seems like many moons ago, and have been living my new normal and owning more and more what that means at 3+ years out from gastric bypass. So here I come to you from my little conservatory in England, and here's my message for today. I've really thought a lot about how I feel in that struggle for finding a sweet spot in our lives, and in context to weight loss surgery and trying to be fit and trying to be more healthy. I've noticed that we can go to extremes, and some of that's a personality makeup. So this topic is about finding your sweet spot and learning to own what's best for you. Okay, imagine your desires for fitness are on this continuum. Okay, at one end is the group challenge mentality, which helps you in many ways when you've got your head on straight, push forward to new levels of fitness and new goals that you can achieve and personal growth. Okay, that even though you're in a group, it's still a personal walk, but there are things you draw from that group that can be good, or if you go to the other extreme on this end of the spectrum, bad. This side of the spectrum is comparison is the thief of joy. How often have we compared ourselves to other people and let that suck the life out of us? I'm not as good as they are. I can't do what they do. I am not, I have nothing to say. They say this so well. I don't speak like them. I will not say anything. I can't run that 5-kilometer thing. Oh, I'll just never, I just won't do anything. I can't do the elliptical for 10 minutes. Oh, I won't even get on it. Those people can do it for half. Oh, I just can't even. No, this is to the two ends, and you need to find that place in the middle. Even though, so remember, don't compare yourself to anybody because you are uniquely you. And you have to own who you are, where you are, at whatever fitness level you're in, and you will find room for improvement as you move along. But that's all about being here. Now, I digress, and I have notes here, and I apologize because I can't edit this and cut this boring stuff out. Okay, and it seems so pertinent to me this morning. I see, for me, there's a perfectionist personality trait in me, and it's an all or nothing kind of thing. So I struggled. I struggle when I see, if I can't do it right the first time, if I can't get it perfect the first time, I just want to throw it all down. That's a really immature attitude to have, but it is part of my personality trait. So when I was struggling to get started with my exercise regime after weight loss, I was hesitant. I was frightened. Why was I frightened to go to the gym? Because comparison is the thief of joy. I was afraid I wouldn't measure up. I wouldn't be as good as the other people. I'd embarrass myself. I wouldn't do the moves right in Zumba. I wouldn't know what I was doing. I'd look fat. I'd look ugly. I wouldn't look like everybody else in the class. Comparison is the thief of joy. And if you can take it further, you can say comparison then stops growth, personal growth, personal revelation. So you want to chuck anything the minute you start to hesitate to try something new because you are afraid, because you have compared yourself to some other standard. Snap that right off at the neck and move on and think different thoughts. You have to retrain our minds to think differently. So I made a contract with myself because I wasn't losing like I should have early on, and I knew I needed to do the exercise thing. So I made a contract, and I said, you will go to the gym. You will walk in that class, and when you've stepped in the door, you cannot leave. You cannot leave. You cannot leave. And I wrote this out. Unless you are laying on the ground bleeding and someone carries you out. Basically, that was my standard. If you've stepped in that door, you will not walk out because you feel stupid, humiliated, embarrassed, ashamed, for any reason other than you are dying on the floor, will you be carried out of that room until it's over. It doesn't mean you ever have to do that class again, but you will follow through to the end. And that commitment on paper to myself is what got me beyond comparing myself to the other people in a group setting. Okay, here we got the group setting again, which I'm going to talk to on the other side of the continuum. Remember, the group setting and the good about being in a group setting. And then finding where you belong in that. So, comparing myself to other people was shooting down my efforts to get exercise at the gym and to learn what things were the things I could embrace that were good for me. So don't let that stop you from learning what are things you would love. And don't be distracted by watching other people's WLS success. I mean, be inspired, but be aware. Don't be put off when you see people are able to run marathons and you go, oh my gosh. You know, it's great if you can use that to encourage you, but if it discourages you, remember there are places to start and there's different forms of physical movement daily for every kind of person. Whether you start like Connie did in walking and in water aerobics and things that are more gentler to your body, that kind of thing. Okay, so doing that program in the gym where I went every day and tested out every class they offered, showed me what my passions were, my capabilities, my natural capabilities, or what I enjoyed, regardless of my natural capabilities. I loved body pump. Everybody knows I loved body pump. It was stationary. It was quiet. It was this, still strength kind of thing. It was just Zen-like for me. I could lose myself in those movements. I could not. I still had difficulty with self-consciousness in some classes that were a struggle, and still are, and I don't choose to go do those. Not that they're not good for the people that's their thing, but they weren't right for me. What things did I enjoy? I enjoyed that kickboxing class once, that boom, boom, I felt like Charlie's Angel. But I didn't go back because it beat my butt. I found the things that worked for me. And I still am trying to do that today, even here in England. Walking 10, 12 miles, hiking across rugged terrain. I would never have thought I'd be doing that, but oh my gosh, do I love it. I love it even more than body pump. So there's something for everybody. So don't let things frighten you. Don't let comparing yourself to other people and the capabilities and the levels they're at, or even if they go in and you can't find your right foot from your left foot in Zumba. If you enjoy Zumba, don't look at anybody else because they're all screwing up too. That's what I was told by the ladies in my class. I said, I can't do this. I can't do this. Well, don't look because everybody else is not doing the same steps either. It's really depends on your Zumba teacher, but it also depends on just letting yourself go and have fun. There. The other end of the continuum is, and I'm sorry I've gone on so long I can't even tell. Oh God, 8 minutes. The other end of the continuum is the group mentality. I also went into the gym here on base since we've moved to England one time, maybe twice. And I did this thing they call Wacky Wednesdays. Well, it's like a circuit, but it ain't your mama's circuit training. It isn't like, get off this machine, 30 seconds to the next machine. No, this is like drill sergeant. You're running around the gym floor. You're running the circumference of the gym floor, and everybody else is running. Well, I tried to run. I do not run. I did. I just kept moving like I was running. But we were talking like 3 and 4 and 5 laps, and that was killer for me. I do not run. My lungs cannot handle it. But because I was in that group mentality, I pushed myself to do it, and it took it out of me. I was beaten to a pulp. By the end of that thing, I was done, and all the other little things I could do. And I talked to the guy who was leading it afterwards, and he said to me, you don't have to run. You can walk. But when you're with other people and they're all running, there's a part of you. See, this is the part that I think you should explore. Can you be okay doing your best effort in a situation where there's a group and they're all doing something and you have to do a modified version of it? Can you find peace with that? Because that can help you find your sweet spot. It is helpful to be part of a group. Think of it as, I guess in wars, and there's a platoon. And do you think aren't you much more brave to run across towards enemy lines when you've got all your comrades next to you rushing for the same end result, rather than you being the solo person out there trying to take out the machine gun nest. I mean, it's that kind of thing. The group dynamic gives you an energy and a sense of we can do this. We can. Not just I can. I can in context to the we can. Okay. But you need to allow yourself, which I could not, to say, it's okay if everybody else is running around the thing and I'm going to have to walk really fast or walk and run and walk and run. Knowing that I will never probably want to achieve the running thing. My lungs, I just don't believe my lungs can do it. But hey, other people have said otherwise, so I don't know. But all the other jumping from thing, doing this move, doing that move, I loved it. But oh my gosh, I was a rag the rest of the next 2 days. So do I need to be doing that level of extreme exercise? For me, no, I don't. Am I happy to finally found my sweet spot on that continuum of I'm at goal, I've been at goal, my weight has gone up a little bit, don't know quite why, but it's okay. I really have another whole topic on that I need to say too. But if you can find that sweet spot of peace, and if you can't, if you're struggling, it's really an inside job. It's all about your point of view and from what you see from here out. I can look at it. I can look at it that I'm a total failure and I can't keep up, or I can look at it as this is really not for me, or I can look at it as this is the best for me right now in this place and time, and I'm putting out my own personal best effort. When I swam as a child, they always said swimming, you're not swimming against the other person in the lane, you're swimming against your own best time. And that's a way to find, a way to embrace exercise on a daily basis of some sort. I am working against my own best time, or not even time. That's kind of a thing. I am working out 5 days a week out of my own best interest and at my own best level. The point is you're moving. The point is you can feel good about where you are, what you're doing, and you don't have to feel shame, guilt. Comparison does not have to be the thief of your joy if you do not compare yourself to other people. And corporate activities and challenges in unison can be a wonderful thing as long as you know you have the personal freedom to say, this is great corporately, this is my very personal best for me in this corporate scenario. So I hope that helps you find your sweet spot in your exercise every day, but do it, because you will never regret moving your body and making yourself stronger and healthier and less stressed and all the good things that come from working your body every day. And I don't mean tormenting and beating your body into the ground. For those who like to do that, more power to you. But I'm a little on the aged side, and I don't plan on beating my body into the ground. I just want to be stronger and healthier every day. Stronger in body, stronger in mind, and stronger in spirit. And I wish the same for you. You guys make it a great day. We'll see you. Bye.